I'm Hearne. I live in Sandy Mush, where my family was very involved in keeping Sandy Mush off the target for the nuclear waste dump. I also grew up in Pennsylvania, all too close to Peach Bottom nuclear power plants, where a group of us prevented the construction of another nuclear power reactor. So it can be done. I also later had a bed and breakfast. I lived near 3 Mile Island, all too close. That day that it was announced, and not on local news, by the way, because that was kaput, I went to my house and picked up some friends and came to North Carolina, where I thought it would be safe. So we're going to keep it safe. Duke is proposing 2 new reactors designed by Westinghouse, the new AP1000 design. The U.S. Nuclear Regulatory Commission recently gave a stamp of approval to this new design against the objections of a group of independent nuclear analysts, engineers, and concerned citizens, known as the AP1000 Oversight Group. This group, led by concerned citizens of the Carolinas, including NC Warren, Nuclear Information and Resource Service, and many other local and regional organizations, brought forward a key concern about the design, which the draft environmental impact statement for the proposed William States Lee fails to adequately address. The 1-inch thick steel containment of the AP1000 is encircled by an open-to-the-air shield building that will be vulnerable to moisture and water vapor. Over time, it is possible that such a containment building could corrode, like 17 other examples of corrosion brought by the oversight group to the NRC's attention in the existing fleet of reactors. It is possible that a small hole, the diameter of a pencil, could be undetected in the wall of the relatively thin containment. If a core accident were to happen after a hole was formed, there would be a release of concentrated radioactivity to the environment. Our concern is that this release could be large and spread rapidly to the surrounding area, damaging people and our environment due to the new Westinghouse design itself. We in the oversight group find that some of the so-called passively safe features are, in fact, actively dangerous. Since Westinghouse did not design the shield building as containment, but rather as a gamma shield and an updraft cooling for the containment, it would not impede the release of radioactivity. Instead, the cooling tower updraft of the shield building would act as a chimney to suck more radioactivity out of the containment in a shorter period of time than would occur otherwise. This early failure to contain radioactivity could greatly necessitate an early emergency response and evacuation, which Westinghouse has claimed is not necessary because of the so-called passive safety features. We are also concerned that this actively dangerous design could spread more radioactivity across a wider area, since the shield building updraft might result in the plume attaining a higher altitude. This would result in a radioactive deposit on more land, on a larger watershed area, on more urban populations, affecting more species. Just where? Well, according to the vagaries of wind and rain. The draft environmental impact statement for Duke's proposed reactors fails to adequately address these concerns. Thank you.
Thank you.